This lesson is on seventh chords. There's three types. There's a major seventh, a minor seventh and a dominant seventh. I'm going to do them all in the key of C, all in relation to the note C, but remember they're only C notes because C chords because I'm starting on a C note. For example, this chord here is a C major 7, but it's only a C major 7 because the first note that I'm playing is a C. If I change that to a G, the chord becomes a G major 7. Okay, so just run through these chords for you. First of all, we're starting off with a major 7. There's three of them, one with its root on the 6th string, one with its root on the 5th string, and one with its root on the 4th string. You see your C's are one there at the 8th fret, one on the 5th string at the 3rd fret, and one there, so it's there, so it's 8, 3, 10 on the 6th, 5th and 4th string. Those are where your C notes are. Okay, so we're starting off with the major 7th chord. Okay, that's the one with the root on the 6th string. You're playing 8, then you're missing a string. You don't play the 5th string, so you just keep it dead with your first finger. So it's okay to hit it. It doesn't sound anyway. So you've got an 8, and then on the 4th string you've got a 9. 3rd string you've got a 9, and then the 2nd string you've got an 8. So it's 8, 9, 9, 8. So it should sound like this. That's your C major 7 chord with the root on the 6th string. The next one's a C major 7 chord with the root on its 5th string, and it should look like that. It's on the 5th string it's 3rd fret, then it's down one string, it's 5th, then it's the 4th, then it's the 5th again. Okay, so that should sound like this. Okay, so it's 3, 5, 4, 5. And that's with the root on the 5th string. The major 7 chord with the root on the 4th string, you play the 10th fret on the 4th string, and then on the 3rd, 2nd and 1st strings you play 12, so you can use a little bar for that. Okay, so that's the 3rd one, and that's got its root in the 4th string. So the first one's there, 2, 3, 4, next one's here, 2, 3, 4, 2, 3, 4. Next chords we're going to cover are minor 7. Again, we're doing them in C, and the first one's the root on the 6th string. So you're playing a bar, you're barring the whole 8th fret, and you're just adding in your 3rd finger on the 5th string at the 10th fret, like that. Okay, so they're all 8s apart from 1 10, and the 10's in the 5th string. Okay, the shape with the root on the 5th string is a bar. You're barring the 3rd fret, and you're putting your 2nd finger on the 4th fret on the 2nd string, and you're putting your 3rd finger on the 5th fret on the 4th string. So it looks like that. Okay, so it's 3, 5, 3, 4, 3. The next one is the root on the 4th string. You're playing the 10th fret, then you're playing the 12th fret, 10, 12, 11, 11. Okay, so it's like that. It's quite a compact little chord. It's like that. So it's 10, 12, 11, 11. And that's a C minor 7. Again, remember it's only a C because of where it is. If you move it to there, it becomes something different. These are just shapes. Okay, wherever you put the shape, that's what the chord becomes. Okay, the next type of chord we're going to do is the dominant 7. Now we'll start again on the 6th string. So again, you're barring the whole thing, and you're putting your 3rd finger on the 10th fret and your 2nd finger on the 9th fret on the 3rd string. Okay, so it's 8, 10, 8, 9, 8, 8. Okay, so that should sound like this. Okay, so it's 8, 10, 8, 9, 8, 8. Next one's on the 5th string, and it starts with the root on the 5th string. It's 3, 5, 3, 5, 3. So it should sound like that. 5, 3, 5, 3, and the final dominant 7 chord looks like that, and it starts on the 4th string, and you've got 10, then you've got 12, then 11, then 12, 10, 12, 11, 12. It should sound like this. Okay, so it's 10, 12, 11, 12. Start. First one's there, second one's there, third one's there. Okay, so there, there. Okay, hopefully the sheet should outline what the chords look like. They're just written them in tab. One last thing I want to think about is all these chords can have the 5th altered. Say for example somebody asked you to play a C major 7 sharp 5, you'd need to play a C major 7 first, so that would be like that, and then you need to know what the 5th is before you can sharpen it. Okay, within all these chords you can see a power chord, which is there and there. Okay, so that's a power chord if you play them together. The power chords are also sometimes written as 5th chords. Okay, so in order to sharpen the 5 you need to know where it is. Okay, so with the second chord on the sheet is C major 7, like that. That note there would be your 5th. Okay, that's the 5th. So in order to find the 5th, we need a little formula, something to remember. From the root note, you go along 2 frets, so that's the 3rd, 4th, 5th, along 2 frets and down 1 string. Okay, so that's your 5th, and now you can alter the 5th. Okay, say for example you're looking at a piece of music and it said a C major 7 with a flattened 5th. Okay, that would be like that. Okay, it would look like that. So just taking the 5th note and moving it back 1. Okay, if it was a sharp 5, then it would look like that. Okay, you're taking the 5th and you're sharpening it, you're moving it along 1. So altered 5ths are just where you find where the 5th is. In order to do that, you need to find the root note, you go along 2 frets and down 1 string, that's your 5th. Now that you've found the 5th, you need to know what, in which way you want to alter it. If it's a flat, say for example it's a minor 7 flat 5, you need to find the 5th and you need to flatten it. That means you move it back 1 fret, and with a sharp 5th it means you need to move it along the guitar 1 fret. So that's the altered 5th. So there's 108 chords there for you to think about. Major 7s, minor 7s, dominant 7s, 3 of each. So that's 9 times 12, and I think that's 108. But once you add in the altered 5th, that if you play all those chords with a flat 5, then you've got another 108. If you play them all with a sharp 5, then it's another 108. So it's 324 chords I've learned in that short time. Okay, that's a lesson on 7th chords.